Welcome everyone to a stream of an FMV game, The Infectious Madness of Dr. Dekker. I know next to nothing about this, and so I am excited. Let's take a look. We got spooky skulls, we got green. Oh my freaking god, Winterburn, it stars some people from Contradiction. That is amazing. I love Contradiction. If I were to do this, how would you react? Alright, there we go. Jump right into it. Help. Ask questions, review, respond. That is like Contradiction, isn't it? Okay. Options. Probably not much to work with in the options department. Oh yeah, Winterburn, the shape-shifting detective. I actually ordered that as well. I look forward to getting it. Show subtitles, yes. Hints timer. Easy is... Oh, 30 seconds for the timer to come up. I thought it meant like before it goes away or something. Insane is off. No hint for you. Hard-boiled. I'll do casual. Button layout is what I'm more interested in. Switch patience. Keyboard. Oh. Back select. Evidence. That seems straightforward enough. Questions. Hints. Alright. Okay. Let's do it. Let us start a new game. Hello there, Ebony. Welcome.
The faculty thinks I've gone loopy, like some kind of spongy Mobius strip. That's why I'm here, isn't it, Dr. Dekker?
I can see people's dreams.
I've set up an experiment.
My dad is trying to hurt me.
Quantum suicide. Have you heard of it?
If I concentrate hard enough, and I know when the person's going to be asleep, I can have the dream with them.
Hello there, Naked.
Well, let's call him God. He creates this world for his amusement, something he can play with and occasionally alter to suit his mood.
It feels like the paintings are watching me.
Sometimes, when I walk through a door, it takes me somewhere else. Literally, somewhere else.
God loves chaos, but something goes wrong. Man and woman evolve. What was once chaotic becomes, well, more ordered.
Starts as a door-to-door saleswoman. Double glazing, probably.
Dr. Dekker, I think we both know what you dreamed about last night.
I've seen its silhouette changing through the window.
Because he thinks I'm evil. Because I can see things other people can't.
On the basis the central component of our universe is chaos, science can only document a perception of the chaos at any one given moment in time.
I did what you said, Doctor. They arrested me.
Which means that at any given moment, we can choose to alter our perception of the world, no matter how much chaos that would cause.
I thought you were supposed to fix me.
I'm telling you, it's eating people. And you're just laughing.
You're insane, Doctor.
Interesting.
Listen to me. You're not listening. It's your only bloody job.
Well, you got my attention. By the way, one thing I should point out. Well,
Late. And after all those promises, never mind, let's not keep the pace.
we'll get
You're
there.
late. And after all those promises, you're late. And after all those promises, never mind.
Interesting, again. What I was going to say is that this is a murder mystery game. Now, in Contradiction, Act 1, who are you? In Contradiction, the whodunit is set, I believe.
You're late.
But in this game, it's randomly generated.
All those promises, never mind. Let's not keep the patients waiting. And if you want anything, just... Oh, sorry, I forgot. I'm not going to be here. The police still have some questions they want to ask about, you know. And then after that, I'm dropping in to see Ben. He's still in shock, and I thought we'd show we cared. We do still care, don't we, Doctor? Good. Anyway, I hope you're all caught up on Dr. Dekker's tapes. I think Mariana is in first, but I'm sure they'll all become a blur by the end of the day. I'll see you later. Or tomorrow. Probably tomorrow. I'll leave it to you then.
They just throw you right in, don't they? Hello there, Fool Arcana. Okay, L1 to R1 to swap patients. Nathan, Mariana, Ellen, Claire, Bryce. I'll start with the beginning, I suppose. Oh, I could just... Oh, okay. I see. I could just ask anybody anything. Interesting. I'll start with the small stuff. I'll hit up the chat for some options, I think, during the playthrough, but there's 1,000 things here. Okay, so tell me about Dekker. We'll start with... Well, no, tell me about yourself.
I'm Nathan Peel. I'm a supermarket worker from, well, hell, really.
That was fast. If I press down, I should ask him about Dekker, so that's... Okay, well, that makes sense. Left, tell me about yourself. That's the information I already have. And it's starred, which means it might be important. To the right, I should follow this up. Okay. What's wrong with you? Let's go about Dekker.
Dr. Dekker was a complex man. I spent a lot of time with him.
Hello there, Kieran.
You won't remember it that way. Dr. Dekker was a complex man. I spent a lot
Okay,
of
you
time
won't
with
remember it that way?
him.
Interesting. Why wouldn't he remember it? What do you know about the murder? Why was he complex?
Dr. Dekker's murder was sudden. Brutal. It's terrible. The doctor... 2 weeks. 2 weeks I had of rolling days. No do-overs. No Monday, Monday, Monday. I wouldn't kill anyone, though. I'd have to keep doing it, wouldn't I?
Jesus.
Few things seem to move me forward. I saw the conflict that Dr. Dekker was going through. Let's just say you might look back on your life and think there's nothing you would have done differently. No 2 days were alike for him in the end. Like he couldn't decide what to do with himself.
And why wouldn't you remember it that way?
As far as Dr. Dekker was concerned, we had Monday, then moved on to Tuesday. But me, I had Monday 5, 10, 50 times before I got to Tuesday.
I'm not sure what that means.
I watched that Bill Murray film, Groundhog Day,
Oh.
to see if there's any clues. To see if there's any clues. That's how bad it's gotten. I'm looking for a cure in a Hollywood movie. Can you help me, Doctor?
Interesting. Hello there, Dracologist.
I don't know how, but thank you, Doctor. This is our first time around, and I trust you.
Well, he's pleased.
He was like a kid in a sweet shop. He had so many options, he didn't know what to do.
Hello there, CR.
I suppose if you take too long picking, all your options run away.
What's wrong with you, I suppose, is the looping the days.
It's like those montages you get in movies. Time passes, you wake up, shave, if you feel like it, shower, get dressed. What's the point? You get this day over and over, nothing changes. Am I in purgatory, Doctor?
I'll hold off on him for a little while. Let us look into Mariana, I suppose. And the triangle was what, the keyboard? Yeah, okay. Enter your question, that's curious. I don't know what I would do about that. So why are you here?
I think you're supposed to tell me what's wrong with me. Isn't that how it works? The police keep picking me up for public nudity.
Okay. Do you know anything about the murder?
Well, that's why you're here, isn't it? You've replaced him. He was a good listener. I hope you are.
Yeah, Anthasius. Not starting with hello? For shame.
I'm Mariana. Are you feeling okay?
Yes, I'm feeling okay.
That's what Dr. Dekker would say.
Alright.
Dr. Dekker could really get inside you. It was, unsettling. But you let him do it. Part of the process, I guess. I black out. And then the next thing I remember, I'm naked on the beach. Like I've been washed up on shore. Nobody's pressed charges yet, but I can feel it. The police are getting suspicious.
Suspicious of what? Do you often black out? Tell me about the beach? I don't know. Psychologist, I don't know what the prequel is.
I do suffer from blackouts, which is strange, as I can hold my breath for a really long time. But I'm not swimming before I black out. Dr. Dekker thought it was anxiety originally. Then he worked it out.
Okay, what did he work out? Oh, there you go.
He eventually decided it wasn't anxiety, but I'm not going to tell you his final diagnosis. We should have a fresh start. I don't want you influenced by the prognosis.
Fair enough, I guess. Psychologist, yes, I have played Contradiction. It's brilliant.
I work for myself. I make bracelets from things I find on the beach and sell them online. I spend a lot of time at the beach. It's just way more relaxing than anywhere else. You should come with me one day. I can show you all of the sights.
I'll hold off on this for a little while. Ellen, who are you? What are you here for? Dekker? Alright, maybe I'll start by actually introducing myself this time.
I'm Elin. I'm 25 and I'm a nurse. God, I sound like I'm on one of those dating shows.
You mentioned dating? I mean, it does sound like she's on one of those dating shows. I gotta know that Terry called. What?
Terry's one of the other nurses at the home. I don't think she likes me very much.
20 questions.
I started seeing Dr. Dekker a few months ago. I thought it would be nice to have someone I could talk to about work. It can get a bit stressful sometimes.
Why does it get stressful?
It can be sad sometimes. I don't like losing a patient, but that's the job. I don't get stressed about it or anything.
I didn't really notice before, but all those Rorschach tests on the wall, and people are mentioning in the chat Mariana's necklace. You can't see it from here. Like, is it Cthulhu-ish? Well, she faded out of existence, so I guess I'm out of luck. Or not. Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, it is octopus-ish. Interesting.
I work in a nursing home for the elderly. I basically do end-of-life care.
Are you lying about being stressed? I go right into it. Now tell me about Dekker.
I've known a lot of doctors over the years. Most of them arrogant idiots who think nurses are just there to do their bidding, or worse. Dr. Dekker was different. He had a lot of time for me. He was interested in my problems.
Did you like him?
He was a bit offbeat, but yeah, I liked him. But then I like most people. The usual things. making sure the patients are comfortable, making sure they're not in any pain, and I talk to them. I keep them company. Some of them get pretty frightened about what's coming. Well, those of them that aren't out of it on meds. I comfort them.
Bit dark, though. Why are they frightened? Well, why are they out of it on meds? Yeah.
I don't like it when patients are heavily sedated, especially when there are alternatives, like herbal remedies. I mean, imagine if you only had a few days or weeks left to live. Would you want to spend it asleep?
Yes, I would. No, I wouldn't. Yeah, I'm gonna ask about the friggin' herbal remedies.
I'm a qualified herbalist. It's okay, you can laugh. Most people think herbalism is a joke. But I'd much rather help my patients sleep at night with valerian or passion flower than lorazepam, temazepam, or zolpidem.
Curious. Is that, like, okay in the hospital?
Death is frightening, isn't it? Isn't it what everyone's afraid of? The great unknown. No one should have to face that alone.
Alright, I'll move on to the next patient. Claire. Who are you? Why are you here? Dekker. Who are you for firsts?
My name is Claire Castleford, and as I'm paying a small fortune for these sessions, I'd expect you to be up to speed, Doctor.
Excuse me. Why are you paying a small fortune? Now, why are you here? Hello there, Michael.
Well, according to your predecessor, I'm a delusional psychotic with obsessive tendencies. Oh, and a history of violence.
Great.
Sounds so cold when you put it like that, though, doesn't it?
She just runs at me. What history of violence? Yeah, I think I want to know about this.
To be fair, there was only one violent outburst. That hardly qualifies as a history of violence. And he provoked me.
That doesn't really, well... What about the outburst?
I stabbed him with a steak knife. Shocking, isn't it?
No, that would be if you electrocuted him. Why'd you stab him?
It was a brief moment of temporary insanity. Or temporary clarity, I'm not really sure which.
That's a
David
problem.
had been having an affair with his assistant optician, Iris. How predictable. Not just the affair, but an optician named Iris.
I was gonna mention that. That's like a student named, well, no, I was gonna say a student named Pupil, but that's an I and a student. Never mind, forget it. Delusions, please.
Delusions. As in seeing things that are not there. I'm not going to be any more specific. It's not true in
Interesting.
that case. I'm not delusional.
Okay. Dekker.
The most shocking thing about Dr. Dekker's death is that he didn't bring it upon himself. But then I hadn't known him for a very long time. Perhaps I was wrong about him.
Obsessive?
I'm obsessed with my husband. It's absurd, really.
Okay. Why is it absurd?
Because he is here. And he shouldn't be.
Interesting. Bryce. Who are you?
I'm Bryce Hemmings. You must be the new doctor. Did you know Dr. Dekker?
No.
He was an antagonistic psycho.
What?
I hope you're not from the same school of thought.
Oh, and there's just all these eye puns are just cornea. I love that. What do you think of him? Well, I think we kind of got that. But look at the way he's like shifty-eyed with the camera. What's your job?
I'm a gravedigger, Doctor. And people are dying quicker than we can bury them.
Grim. What's your problem?
Originally, I was suffering with depression. Work was piling up. I kept missing deadlines.
Hello there,
I
Meowington.
wasn't used to all the failure. I got depressed.
Why depressed? I mean, he kind of just said it. What do you think of Dekker?
I didn't really like Dr. Dekker. And for quite a few reasons, actually. I'd rather talk about my own problems for now, though, if you don't mind.
Okay, let's do that.
You'd think being a gravedigger had its perks, but it can be very stressful. There's a trend going towards burial rather than cremation again. And as well as running out of space, we're running out of competent gravediggers. At least ones that can use a shovel, that is. I'm not feeling anywhere near as depressed as I used to, though. Not since I got the extra hour.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what extra hour?
At midnight each day, time as you know it freezes. In my world, it just slows down to almost a stop. But I don't. I'm free to wander around and do as I please. An hour later, normal reality continues. It's my very own midnight hour.
How bizarre. What do you do in the hour?
In the extra hour, I mainly catch up with work. It's a godsend. Sometimes I play chess against myself. It relaxes and strengthens the mind all at once.
How odd. Why can't you find someone who can use a freaking shovel?
Henley Church, where I work, is located on an old Norman motte and bailey. You can't use mechanical diggers or excavators there in case you destroy a relic.
Okay. Like what?
I stumbled across a relic myself. An ancient chess piece. A queen, I believe. The best chess piece. The most freedom of movement. But they took it away immediately and proclaimed the whole east side of Henley Church a protected site of archaeological importance, which means we're not allowed to use it until the archaeologists have finished. I wish I hadn't told anyone.
What about the church?
Henley Church is relatively small. Well, for the number of bodies they expect us to pack into the ground, it's relatively small.
Jeez.
The whole building was once owned by Scientologists, but they handed it back to the community as a tax break, I believe. Or they'd finished doing whatever it was they wanted to do with it.
Do you believe... Now, what do you mean... Why didn't you like Dekker? Let's go back.
Dr. Dekker would say one thing and do another. He would push me to do things I didn't want to do. He was getting worse towards the end. I'm surprised he didn't kill himself.
He's the second person who said that. Interesting. So, notes. Sorry for writing in your notes. Say hello to Ellen for me. Let her know Terry called for her. Mariana has blackouts. Does she remember anything? Annotation idea. Should follow this up. Right. So... What sort of a... Tell me about a Henley Church. I should definitely follow this up. What extra hour? Alright, let's do it. Yeah, does he believe in Scientology? Well, I'll still ask... Yeah, I guess we already covered the midnight hour.
I'm not sure I believe in any religion anymore. I used to believe in God. Not anymore. There are too many religions to pick from, don't you think?
Why, yes. There are far too many oddly similar religions.
Then we agree. Have you watched Zeitgeist, Doctor?
I have not, but I've heard of
Some of
it.
it is believable, and the part about most religions stemming from the same basic facts. It's more likely they've all got it wrong than one of them has got it right.
I guess I'll just exhaust the question.
It's a bizarre thing to know you have an extra hour every day. I rarely ever sleep until after midnight now, so I can appreciate the extra time. I get a lot of work done in that time. I'm completely caught up. The depression is no longer an issue. 25 hours is a blessing for me. But apparently, it's not real, and I'm insane for thinking it is. What do you think, Doctor?
I have to look into that. Now, I noticed that we've gone from red to yellow with Bryce. Other people are still red. Is that just because it's the first line of questioning? I don't know. That my only option is, oh no, I don't think you're insane. I should tell him if I think, yeah. So why are you paying a false point? Well, let's go back to Nathan. See what's up with him. Why purgatory? Why does nothing change? Yeah, why does nothing change?
Sometimes it looks different. Sometimes the birdsong will change, or the weather will be less bleak. Or that person who nodded at you yesterday doesn't do it today. But it doesn't usually change. You need a tragic event for change. Like a murder.
This guy, he's like openly suspicious. Why purgatory? Why do you think you're in purgatory for Groundhog Day?
Because I'm stuck between this day and the next. Most of the time, anyway.
I wonder if it's like possible to lose this game. Like, do I just choose a wrong line of questioning? Like, is there a perfect playthrough where you choose the right option every single time?
I didn't see the driver. It was my fault. I pulled out and the lorry just rammed me. Well, Hannah. She was sat next to me. I was in shock, obviously. But when I came to, she was so close to me. It was like she was trying to hug me. But it wasn't right. Not natural. It's a metal pushing through her. That was 5 years ago.
Damn. Are you here because of an accident? Who is Hannah? 5 years. I'll go with Hannah. I'll segue into it.
My fiancée. My childhood sweetheart. We met at secondary school. She was head girl. I was the quiet one. She liked computer games, so I instantly fell for her. I proposed in Goldshire. She said she didn't date elves, so I leveled up to a human necromancer and asked again. Sorry, it's Warcraft? We spent a lot of time on there.
I've only played Warcraft 1 and 2. I wouldn't do well at all.
I've been shrunk for that already. If I had that day again, I wouldn't make the same mistake. Hannah would still be alive. We'd probably have a family by now. I haven't had any relationships since then. I was fine for quite a while after the accident. Well, being treated for depression. I thought I was cured. It was only recently after meeting Dr. Dekker that I had a strange deja vu. I'm exhausted. Doctor, is our time up?
Huh. Well, we did go into the next set, but... You played Warcraft? Dude, I love Warcraft. You know, I haven't seen ogres in a long time. Right. Will you work out? Do you often black out?
I do suffer from blackouts.
That's right, yeah.
Dr. Dekker thought I had generalized anxiety disorder. GAD, because of the blackouts. He thought I was breathing badly. Do you think I'm breathing badly?
I can't freaking tell. It seems normal.
You can check my breathing if you want. Do you want me to lie down? Can you tell just by looking at me?
No, I really can't.
I'm not worried about it, just if you are. I want to stop having the blackouts. I want to stop waking up at the beach. I want to remember those entire evenings. Can you suggest anything that might help?
Oh, that's interesting. Could someone watch you when you black out if you tried to film them? I'll go with film.
I film myself doing, lots of things. But it's not so easy to do when you're blacked out.
Just set up a camera? I don't freaking know. Could someone watch you?
Will you do it for me? Will you watch me to see what happens?
Please tell me that every single one of these patients is 100% right, and there's a 25th hour, there's a time loop, there's a mysterious whatever that happens when the blackouts occur. I don't freaking know. Sure. No. Is it holding your breath that makes you black out?
I'm not sure holding my breath too long is causing blackouts. I mean, it could, but I don't remember ever having a blackout when I'm holding my breath.
I wonder what she's doing before her blackouts. Alright.
I normally black out when I'm dancing. I like dancing. Do you like dancing?
Do you do ritualistic elder god summoning dancing? Because that might be the problem. Yes. No. Where? Does dancing do it?
I dance a lot at nightclubs. I know most of the nightclubs around here. My favorite is the Pearl because they sell cheap vodka shots all night.
Wow, I can't imagine why she blacks out.
I don't drink.
What? I call BS? Maybe she should stop going to the beach or have somebody watch. Is it the dancing?
You think my dancing causes my blackouts? No, I know it's the last thing I remember, but I don't think it's that. Sometimes I remember more, but I'm tired now. Is that it for today?
Yes, I like dancing. No, I don't. Yes, I'll watch you. No, I can't. Sure, I love dancing, even though in real life I don't.
Cool. I dance to anything with a beat.
Yeah, Winterburn, she just likes to see people drinking vodka for a reasonable price. What's weird about that? Yes, I'll watch. No, I can't. Why does she hold her breath? Yeah, but like... Unless I ask that? Why? Do... Oh, triangle space. I can just do that. You... Hold... Your... Breath...
I hold my breath when I'm swimming.
That's freaking cool.
Most people do. Sometimes, if I'm really excited, I'll hold my breath accidentally.
There's gotta be all sorts of Easter egg questions you can ask.
I don't know why.
Time to crack this case wide open. Like, professionally, I really shouldn't watch, but like, if I do say yes, could I get evidence? Or would she be like, what the hell? No, you can't watch me when I freaking black out. Maybe I'll just go with no.
Well, that's not very supportive, Doctor.
What do you want from me? Are you flirting with me? Tell me about Dekker. Just do it. This is... Damn, this is a lot. Anyway, let's go back to Ellen. I would like to sleep through it.
I wouldn't. I'd want to see every sunrise and every sunset. I'd want to feel every breath. Everything gets more vivid near death. I'm not really looking for love at the moment. I'm sort of married to my work, but in a good way.
I don't want to ask if she's lying about being stressed. I wonder what happens if I just type in a keyword.
It can be sad sometimes.
Oh, it's okay. That was the other stress question? That's interesting, though. How about Claire? Why shouldn't your husband be here?
Lucky to be alive. He almost died.
Okay. How?
My husband is not a well man. We've been having problems for a while now.
That's vague.
I should have divorced him. I wish I had. So much could have been avoided.
Okay. Divorce.
Divorce is such an imperfect means of separating two people, don't you think? I suppose I don't really mean it. I thought he was my soulmate and that I would do anything for him. That's a weakness that has caused me problems.
Huh. It really, like, I can only imagine how much there is in this game that I have no idea about. Why isn't he a well man?
His health, if you can call it that, has been deteriorating rapidly in the last few weeks. I can't cope with caring for him anymore.
How is his health?
Since our altercation, he's become less and less active. His mind's become less and less active too. Such a delightful conversationalist at one time, now more of an enigmatic husk.
After I stabbed his tongue with a steak knife. What
I
altercation?
tried to hurt David once. That's why I'm here, isn't it? I'm not proud of my behavior, but I was very angry. It was a private matter, though. The police should never have been involved.
Oh, Dragoness, are you poisoning him? Yeah, I'll hazard that.
If I knew anything about that, I'd tell you. But I don't.
Oh, that's just the generic, like, I don't understand the question.
Iris was David's assistant optician. Not anymore. No, not like that. I didn't kill her or anything. It's just that
That's
I changed
tomorrow.
the optician into a florist after David died. Optometry was his dream, not mine.
I guess you didn't see that coming.
David has trouble looking after himself. Sometimes I'll leave the lake house and he's just sitting in the rocking chair on the porch. And when I return the next evening, he's still there, just staring into the stars. He needs help, I know, but I can't hire anybody to care for him.
What's the lake house? Well, it's a lake it's a house that's on a lake.
David's staying at the lake house. It belonged to my parents, but I don't use it much anymore. I have the main house to myself. I never used to get angry. Ever. If you're angry, you're not in control. Isn't that right? And it would be very bad for me to lose control.
You wouldn't like me when I'm angry.
Let's say that
Why
for
is
another time,
bad?
shall we? I'm rich, but I'm not made of money. And I'm fairly sure my time is up.
Mellington, you want to know more about the stars, which tell him the time is right?
David's staying at the lake house.
Okay. Why is she paying a small fortune? Just straight up. Why are you paying a small fortune?
Being rich has its perks, but honestly, I would give it all up in a heartbeat if it could free me from this madness.
Let's go back to Bryce. I don't think you're insane.
I thought it would be too early to make a diagnosis, but it's good you're having a go anyway.
Oof. Do you like chess? I assume. Actually, you know what?
I've taken a lot of pictures. I have great shots of all the tourist sites. It's amazing what exposure you can use when moving cars are literally frozen still. Must be the sharp focus.
Huh.
In the hour, people are pliable. They don't move. But I can move them.
That's so
As
odd.
soon as my hour is up, they start moving again, as if nothing has changed at all.
Is this the work of an enemy stand?
Yes, Dr. Dekker was murdered. Quelle surprise. Murder does seem a bit harsh, doesn't it? And another grave to dig. I know as much about it as you do. Less, I would imagine. I'm pro-cremation. Not just because I don't have to dig a grave. They still need a hole for the
You're a
interment
gravedigger.
ashes. It's more dignified, like you're becoming one with the universe again. Rotting in a wooden box. Even if you turn completely into atoms, how would you escape? Even bits of the universe get lonely, I'd imagine.
Curious. Do you like chess?
I like chess. I still play sometimes when I can find an opponent. There's nothing more satisfying than planning scores of moves in advance and then watching things unfold as you saw them. I shouldn't have told anyone about the Queen.
Yeah, I am curious about that.
I stumbled across... That doesn't mean anything to
I don't
me.
understand the question. Backgammon. Video games. Actually, wait a minute. Who was you, Nathan? What about StarCraft? Even though I'm clearly wasting my time.
I don't know anything about them. We played World of Warcraft a lot together. I guess it's not a cool thing to do anymore. But we had a lot of memories there. To be honest, it reminds me a lot of life now. The same thing over and over again. Bring me X bunnies to make a stew. Y badger teeth. Rinse, repeat. Maybe I'm just grinding life.
Oof, that's unfortunate. Tell me about these badger teeth.
What?
What? Why are you grinding life?
I'm not really fit for work anymore. I work in produce at the local supermarket. That mainly involves lifting heavy crates of fruit and veg into place for people to buy, and doing that over and over again. My muscles don't seem to have grown much. I think that maybe I'm not aging. When the day resets, I just reset with it. I used to be a builder.
You don't think you're aging?
I'm 57.
What?
Kidding.
Oh.
Just if you spent the whole day at the gym and then repeat that day and not go, you'd have achieved nothing.
How bizarre.
Most of my days a blur. I'm not sure if it's the sleeping tablets I'm on or just how I've learned to switch off. I'm on temazepam. Dr. Dekker prescribed them for me. He thought I would sleep through to a whole new day. I didn't.
Huh. You should try herbal remedies.
You asked me that yesterday. I didn't have an answer for you then either.
That's another... I don't understand the question. Why did he say he was from hell? Oh, yeah. Because he's American, actually. He's from Michigan.
I imagine what I'm experiencing now might be a type of hell. Not everyone burns in flames with the devil on their back. I'm hoping you can make sense of my problem.
Mariana. Is your hair wet? Yeah, that's a good question, actually.
When I wake up, my hair is dry, but it's pretty hot at the moment. I get baked quickly by the sun. It's possible I've been in the sea during my blackout.
How long have you been a patient?
I've been a patient here for 3 months. Today is my patient birthday.
Whoa.
Do I get a cake or something?
We'll see about that.
That doesn't mean anything to me.
But you said it first. No. You don't get a cake. What if I say yes? Like, what the hell?
That is so sweet. Thank you, Doctor.
Oh god, now I have to get her a cake.
I love the beach. Until somebody tells me it's gonna kill me, I'll keep going. Have you ever been addicted to something, Doctor?
Yes, to video games. Why do you think people press charges?
I guess people see me and call the police. But someone will take offense eventually, and I'll be charged with indecent exposure.
I mean, I guess that was kind of self-explanatory. Are you flirting with me? Yeah, the whole watch me dance or whatever.
Wow. Let's get straight to it then. I'm not sure I feel comfortable speaking with you about that at the moment.
Let's get straight to it then. Let's not. But no, I think she was implying that I was getting straight to it, so yeah. That's a good question actually. Yeah, are the clothes around?
I never find my clothes. I don't know why I'm naked.
How odd.
Like you're not listening.
Ouch. I'm blowing it.
Dr. Dekker was fine. He had good relationships with his patients as far as I know. I'm not sure why anyone would want him dead.
Oh yeah, good question, Fool Arcana. I'll ask about the necklace.
That doesn't really mean anything to me.
Okay. This will probably mean even less, but octopus.
That's not real.
Okay, let's try jewelry.
No,
Okay. Can you earn enough money selling things online?
It's early days. The business isn't doing that great, but I really enjoy my job if that helps. You can make a lot of money or you can have a lot of fun, but you can't usually do both. I don't drink.
Okay. Oh yeah, Dragon Ace Assault. I'll check. Cause she just wakes up naked on the friggin' beach.
No, nothing like that.
Oh.
I usually wake up on my side like I've been sleeping.
Curious.
Sometimes I'm partially covered by seaweed.
What the hell? That's bizarre.
I don't know about that.
What's seaweed?
That's a shame. You need to have a passion for something, Doctor.
Well, curses. Perhaps you should ask someone else a question. Piss off.
It's not the job that stresses me. It's the people I work with, the other nurses. They're mean to me.
Oh? But I'll get back at them. Just you wait.
They call me the angel of death.
Oh?
Because so many patients have died on my shift.
Ugh.
I don't think they mean it. Obviously, it's not my fault.
Hello there,
It just
Ketsup.
seems to happen that way.
Actually, speaking of which,
I'd really like to be able to...
nope.
I don't know. I feel like I'm the weakest link or something.
First a dating show, now the freaking weakest link. Goodbye.
Like, sorry. 3 last month. 3 the month before that, I think. But only 1 so far this month, so that's good. Although one of my patients, Hilda, I don't think she's got long.
Even less long if I have anything to say about it. Yeah, good point, CR. A gravedigger, a supermarket worker, and a seller of bead bracelets go to Dr. Dekker, but he charged a small fortune. Yeah, I don't know. Oh, Dragon Ace Television? I'll try it. I'll try television. I was trying to be lazy.
I'm really bad at...
Nope.
No.
Nope. Who is Hilda?
She's one of the crotchety ones. Always swearing and spitting at me. Never got anything nice to say. Thinks we're going to smother her in her sleep or something.
Nah, that's not my
She doesn't
style.
bother me though.
What do you know about the murder? How long have you been seeing him?
I'd been seeing him for about 9 months, I think.
Yeah, Winterburn, I'll get a load of the notebook. Yeah, Mariana's blackouts. Does she remember anything?
By blackout, I mean I don't really remember anything from the time I black out. I'm lucky to be alive, I guess.
Okay. Injuries.
No, nothing like that.
Okay, that kind of covers that. Yeah, say hello to Ellen for me. And Terry called for her. Yeah. Stop going to the beach. Well, been through a lot. It's all Mariana notes, it looks like. How bizarre. And what stuff I should look into? How are the other nurses mean? Angel of Death. Dating. Where's the thing I need to follow up on? Geez, you think I have enough questions? Bryce. It looks like there's nothing I really have to follow up on right now, other than just pursue the regular line of questioning.
The police seem to think I'm dangerous. I'm only sitting here talking to you because I have a lot of money. Otherwise, there's no doubt I'd be thrown into prison for a very long time. That's why I need your help, Doctor.
Why aren't you in prison? Damn.
I suppose after what I did, there are people that might think I belonged in prison. What do you think, Doctor? Can I be saved with therapy, or should I be locked up like a dangerous criminal?
Am I supposed to actually answer that? You should be locked up, just straight up.
You have a lot of faith in your abilities. That's good.
That's so
I
uncomfortable.
look forward to being completely cured. I assume they think I'm dangerous because I stabbed my husband.
Duh, idiot.
Keep up, Doctor. David is my husband.
Yeah.
Dr. Dekker just had that look about him. You know what they say about us crazies. Takes one to know one.
Wow. That mood lighting.
I do like to be in control. Then I suppose most people do. Nobody wants life to carry them along helplessly. Everyone wants to kick against it and make their own way.
It's
Do
very
you like to be
twitchy.
in control, Doctor? If you like being in control, you'll have a tough time here. I saw it with Dr. Dekker. Such control, such stability. But he unraveled at the end. He couldn't keep control of everything, of everyone. He just set us up like dominoes, but we all toppled in unexpected ways. You'll find it all out in time, Doctor. Just not today. Can't have your head exploding, can we?
What is up with this? Yeah, we're almost exhausted of options here.
I think it's terrible what happened to him. So awful. No one deserves to die like that.
No, I can't move backwards any more than a day. I don't really seem to control it. It's generally always on. I have to try and change something to move forward.
Well, I'm tapped out, but I got a blinky on the right. How do I forgot how I activate that. Unless it just means I need to type stuff. Probably. Okay. Well, what do I ask then? I don't know. Nathan seems depressed. Okay.
I do suffer from depression, but it's not very surprising, is it? I used to get fatigue, too. Just overwhelming tiredness. I don't really get that anymore. I've just learned to accept that this is my life now.
So Mariana just, like, disappears and wakes up on the beach for reasons I don't understand. Perhaps she's offering sacrifices to elder gods. Ellen with her nurse stuff. I don't know what to do about that. Let me review my notes. It doesn't really help. Well, let's do this. It's all the same stuff, though. Oh, I should follow this up versus definitely? Okay, so I'll check the single stars. Alright. We can do that. How are the other nurses mean?
I haven't really got anything to say. I feel really bad. I can't answer.
Arg. I like animals. Let's talk about that. Alright, fine.
I love animals, especially cats. I think everyone is either a cat person or a dog person. What are you, Doctor?
Cats, hands down.
Yay, me too. I have a cat called Church. He's adorable. I don't know anything about that.
What's a cat? Oh, I could just do next day? I didn't realize that was a thing. Alright. Interesting. Why is she married to her work? Yeah, I want to squeeze out what information I can before going to the next day. But now I'm very curious.
Yes, I love my job. I love my patients. Even the really crotchety ones, you know? Oh God, you should hear what comes out of their mouths. They're like my children in a way. That sounds weird, doesn't it?
I don't know, maybe I will just do the next day.
Oh, Doctor, glad I caught you. I thought you might want to hear what Ben had to say. Quick catch up?
Wait, we only have the one person this time? Okay.
I'm not sure Ben will
Oh,
be
it's her.
coming in for a while. He's still pretty shook up about finding the body. I'm surprised it doesn't happen more often in the line of work he's in. Anyway, he said he found the body at exactly 20 minutes past 10. For some reason, the first thing he did was look at his watch. That's all he'd say before he'd shut down. The police weren't very talkative either. I wouldn't say we were best friends, but we did spend a lot of time together. There's only two of us that work here. I'm sure we'll become friends too, Doctor. Just try not to get murdered.
Jeez. Don't worry, I'm on it.
Sorry, didn't you know? Ben's one of the night shift cleaners. I'm sure he's got some tales he could tell.
Tales, you say?
Yes. Ben found Dr. Dekker's body on Valentine's night in his office. In your office.
Ugh.
The police wanted to know what I was doing Valentine's night, you know, when the body was found. I was at home, all on my lonesome. So I guess that makes me a suspect. I think the police want you to make a short list of suspects, or maybe even find the killer. You're seeing all the patients that were on the books when he was killed. There was no forced entry, so they think it might be someone he knew, or someone who had access to the office. Yeah, like little old me. Do you think I'm a suspect, Doctor?
Yes. Guaranteed.
Yes, you know, the 14th of February, the day of love. Or remembering a massacre.
That's true.
Whichever's more you.
He asked the patients where they were on Valentine's Day. Fair enough. Why would anyone want to kill Dr. Dekker?
He was stabbed, so that's quite a personal thing to do. Now, I wouldn't be surprised if it was one of the patients who had a problem with the treatment they were getting.
Someone who was known for stabbing.
That's a good question.
Doesn't help me.
Oh, well, I wasn't expecting that. I suppose everyone's a suspect at the moment, even you. They did mention I needed grief counselling, though, and I said you'd sort me out. I know you didn't agree, but I thought I'd let you know. That's very kind of you.
That sucks.
I'm just surmising. If you're unhappy enough to kill your therapist, they're probably not doing a very good job.
Interesting. Do you know how he was killed? Well, did he have any enemies?
I wasn't really in his social circle, so I don't know if he had any friends. In terms of enemies, I heard things get heated in his office sometimes, but I won't name any names.
Why not? Yeah, maybe you should name names.
Susan, Annabelle, Melissa.
Ha 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 ha.
There are some names, but they're not names of anyone I know.
You got me. Actually, speaking of naming names, though, what if I just start playing with that?
I can't answer that.
Damn. Didn't we already ask how? Didn't you say stabbed?
I don't know exactly, but a stabbing of some kind. We'll be getting the autopsy through at some point. I'll let you know when. I didn't see it myself, so I don't know. But I heard it was a bit of a mess with all the blood and everything. You know, they have people who clean up after such things, though, so you really can't tell, can you? But don't worry. That's a new chair.
I like that. Why is it? Come on.
All I know is the police took his chair. Forensics, I suppose.
I should ask someone else a question. Now let's just go.
I'm having a loop day.
Oof. What do you mean, loop? Really? Let's do this.
I'm not sure that's the answer I'm looking for.
Oh, piss off.
I'm not sure that's the answer.
Damn it. What do you mean, loop?
It's a do-over day. You won't remember. What's the name of your assistant again? You didn't know that yesterday. Can you remember where I met Hannah?
Yeah.
No, we played that game together, but we didn't meet in it.
Damn. Crap. Where did you meet Hannah?
I'm not sure that's the answer I'm looking.
Oh, man. Where did he meet Hannah? Oh, wait. Actually, would I have notes?
You didn't know that.
I can't remember where I met Hannah. Ooh. Where did he... Oh, Dragon Age Secondary School. Thank you. You got me. Oh, it just... Alright.
Well done, Doctor. Yeah, we met at secondary. Wouldn't it be funny if my day loops if you fail to get a question right?
No.
I agree.
We just pieces out? Okay. Bye.
I'm having a loop day.
Whoa. Whoa. Hello. What?
It's a do-over day.
That's crazy.
I suppose you... Yeah, at secondary school. It's been fun, but... I've got a pill.
What?
Dr. Dekker gave me this pill. He told me if I took it, I'd never have another loot day. It's got a small skull and crossbones on it.
Wow, that's dark.
Should I take the tablet, Doctor?
He would never have another loot day. Yeah, take it. I'm not doing that.
You're cool. I don't think this is getting us anywhere, though. I'll see you tomorrow. Again.
Do I have to kill him? Because that would take a turn, wouldn't it?
I'm having a loot day.
Holy shit, dude. Alright, let's do this. What do you mean by loop? Jazz, the assistant. You met at school? So you got the pill.
I never mentioned...
Wait, wait.
I never mentioned a pill this time. Or a tablet. What the hell is going on here? Are you reliving my days?
Oh, shit. Oh.
Something somewhere has changed since you arrived. Like some kind of sim theory. It's a thing. Some professor believes we could be living inside a computer simulation and someone is controlling us. And there are millions of these sims. And someone somewhere behind a keyboard is just causing havoc. I'm starting to think you have that keyboard, Doctor. Wait, don't answer that. I don't want to know.
Wait, did they just change the aspect ratio on me?
Midnight each day.
On Valentine's night,
Time as you know it freezes.
20 minutes past 10.
Keep up, Doctor.
Thinks we're going to smother her in her sleep.
I'm a Gravedigger, Doctor.
I was at home,
David is my husband.
all on my lonesome.
Stabbed him with a steak knife.
Nothing changes.
I'm a qualified angel of death.
When I'm dancing,
I'm a
stay
qualified
over
angel
and
of death.
over.
That cut.
I black
I
out
don't think she's got long.
And Laurie just...
naked on the beach.
Hannah.
Is that it for today?
Interesting. This game's taking a turn. Act 2. Wow.
Ooh. Deja vu. Are you sitting in exactly the same place I left you last night? Oh, that's where it all starts, Doctor. Anyway, do you think you can fit me in today? Looking at the diary, it's just the usual suspects, and you must be getting sick of them already. I've got this for you, too. It's some more footage from Professor Alderby that was hiding away. Well, come find me if you need anything.
Interesting. This game took a turn. And now I have 7 people? Jasmine, a new person. Okay. And Lacey. Were these people from that opening montage? Yeah, Dragon Ace, I want to see that footage. Oh, wait. Oh, Square. Maybe I can. There it is.
Nothing, of course. The faculty thinks I've gone loopy, like some kind of spongy Mobius strip.
Oh, this.
That's why I'm here, isn't it, Dr. Dekker? Him. God.
What?
The great old one. The elder god. Cthulhu. However you address him. Listen to me! You're not listening! It's your only bloody job! Well, let's call him God. He creates this world for his amusement, something he can play with and occasionally alter to suit his mood. God loves chaos, but something goes wrong. Man and woman evolve. What was once chaotic becomes, well, more ordered. Without chaos, he has less power. When there's too much order, he becomes impotent. So he needs to instill chaos again. And do you know how he does this? No. And yes, but you're being too granular. He needs chaos so he can return, and the only thing stopping him is you. Not just you. You and people like you. Psychiatrists, doctors, nurses. Anyone who is caring for people who are losing their sanity. You have no comprehension how important your job is, do you? He doesn't need your version of insanity to spread. He needs chaos. It's not the same. It's just a means to an end. They're not all cultists, unfortunately. Once you see the truth, it's hard not to spread chaos yourself, to cause further insanity and harm your own. I doubt it. But can I make you question your reality? Definitely. But in doing so, I would be promoting more chaos. On the basis the central component of our universe is chaos, science can only document a perception of the chaos at any one given moment in time. As, by definition, chaos is unpredictable from one moment to the next. Which means that at any given moment, we can choose to alter our perception of the world, no matter how much chaos that would cause. In 10 seconds' time, there will be no gravity in this room.
What?
And we will float. 3, 2, 1.
Do it.
You think nothing happened. Where's your glass, Doctor?
What? That's curious. Hi, Nathan. Yo, this is nuts. You know, I gotta ask. Oh, it's right there, isn't it? How do I select it? There.
Don't know. It's cold in here.
Okay.
It's a bit chilly in here. The leather's not warm either.
Okay.
I haven't been back to the beach since our last session, and no blackouts, new doctor, and new hope. You're much better behaved than Dr. Dekker.
Why am I better behaved?
Dr. Dekker dated his patients. That's not good behavior, is it?
No, it really isn't. Yeah, which patients?
I think her name was Scarlet? One of his patients, an older woman. I guess that's how he liked them. I haven't been back to the beach since our last session. Kind of missed it.
Why have you missed it?
You do something a lot, you're gonna miss it. I suspect I'll go back there soon, but it's helped with the blackouts.
Interesting. So, like, I had joked about her, like, offering sacrifices to, like, the elder ones, but maybe that's kind of what happened for real?
I didn't do anything on Valentine's Day. I washed my hair, and then I walked along the beach for the whole night. It's actually true. I saw one of your patients, actually. The nurse. She was on the pier with someone.
Interesting.
Pretty much all of the night, too, so I can vouch for her, even though she probably didn't see me.
Curious. Well.
Sorry, no.
Okay.
No.
Alright.
Yes, I had a session with Dr. Dekker on Valentine's Day. 3 o'clock, I think. Just a few hours later, he was... I still can't get over it. Actually, I had a hot date. It wasn't anything serious, just some guy I know. But it was a nice date.
I thought you were married to your
Different
job.
to what I'm used to.
Yeah, Kieran, maybe Mariana doesn't even realize she's a cultist. That would be interesting.
It was very traditional, old-fashioned, you know? Dinner at a nice restaurant. Then we went for a little walk along the pier. Held hands, had a bit of a kiss. Then he called a cab, and I went home, alone. I think it was about 11 when I left Max. I'm sure you could check with the taxi company if you really wanted to, if you think I need an alibi. I don't know. I think we've got a bit off track.
Oh, sorry.
The day Dr. Dekker was killed, I had a session with him in the morning at my usual time, 11 o'clock. That was the last time I saw him.
Let me see something. Is he wearing the same clothes as yesterday?
I was at Henley Church.
I think he
on
is.
Valentine's Day,
Henley Church.
visiting Hannah's grave. It's the anniversary of her death. Her parents wanted a huge funeral with all the trimmings. Hannah would never have come for it. It does give me somewhere to visit. I got to write the epitaph. We walk alone without our angel. I left Henley Church about 11 o'clock on Valentine's Day. I was talking to an archaeologist who said it uncovered some fossils resembling a strange cephalopod-like creature. Strange place to find an octopus, really. What? Do you think I've got something to do with Dr. Dekker's murder?
Cool.
Maybe you should ask your assistant who Dekker saw that day.
Can we talk about the cephalopods?
It's a sea creature, like an octopus. I suppose they find dinosaur bones everywhere. Just because we're on land now doesn't mean millions of years ago this place wasn't at the bottom of an ocean. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know.
Damn.
Dr. Dekker felt that Hannah was holding me back. The memories of Hannah. In his opinion, I was holding on to the past. So I guess he cursed me. That's even a thing. Yes, Dr. Dekker cursed me. I don't really want to talk about it, but let's just say I blame him for the way I am.
Interesting.
Can you give me some advice, Doctor? I've been trying to think how I can get past today. I've come up with a couple of choices. I could set fire to Hannah's photographs. I've got them in Dropbox anyway. Setting fire to the clothes did the trick. Or setting fire to a rocking chair. She sounds like an old lady, but she loved that rocking chair, which I've not sat in since. Which one do you think's best?
Burn the photos. Burn the rocking chair. Geez, I don't know. Do you really feel like you're walking alone on the lonely road, the only road that I've ever known?
I've been alone since Hannah. I can't imagine anyone ever replacing her. Not that I've looked. Do you think I should look for someone else?
Yeah, right, Winterburn. Yes, I blame the murder victim for my condition, and I think he cursed me. Things not to say to your therapist.
It was a missed call. It was Valentine's Day, so I wasn't in the mood for conversation.
How are you, gentlemen?
Hello again, Doctor. I had a bit of a shaky loop incident, but let's not talk about it.
I don't know, I had a bit of a
Yesterday,
shaky...
I set fire to Hannah's clothes in the garden. I just wanted the day to move forward. I instantly regretted it. And lo and behold, here we are, a new day. Hannah's clothes are a pile of ashes. I've kept almost all of her stuff as she left it. Just the clothes. I decided to burn those yesterday, so here I am.
How weird.
Hannah loved clothes. Every season, she'd donate her entire wardrobe to some charity or another, and only buy stuff she loved. And I was left with winter. I don't even know what her favourite season was. Does it matter? What's your favourite season, Doctor?
Spring, I guess.
If you like spring, you're supposed to be optimistic and creative. Well, that explains why we're still having these sessions. I'm not religious, but when I wrote Hannah's epitaph, I knew her parents would want some acknowledgement of the great bearded one. But she was an angel to me.
It's the great tentacled one.
She was an angel to everyone.
Mariana, we've covered mostly.
We went out for drinks. Didn't you know?
You said you don't drink.
He said it was a breach of something or the other, but I can be pretty persuasive when I want to be.
Yeah, what is this about?
Don't ask me. I don't know.
I'll get the hell out of here.
Lotus. Yeah, drinks. I think Dr. Dekker ordered neat whiskey. I had water. I don't drink.
She got me.
I guess it was a couple of days before Valentine's Day. It wasn't a date or anything. I noticed in our sessions that he'd been acting a little strange. He just didn't seem right. I wanted to find out what was wrong. I know, it's pretty hard to believe, isn't it? I feel pretty ugly. But I think I have a nice smile. Lots of people find me attractive, but I've seen something truly beautiful.
Fish people.
It makes me feel dull by comparison.
The true beauties of the insanity in Ryla.
I have a recurring dream.
Oh,
I find
man.
Something beautiful in the sea.
Come on.
But I don't know you that well yet, Doctor. Let's wait a while before I tell you my most intimate secrets.
Oh my god, you're totally...
Sorry,
Jesus.
Doctor. I've just had a phone call from a solicitor. Ben's trying to sue us for nervous shock. Should I go and see him to talk it out, or should I find a solicitor to represent us? Sorry to be pushy, I just think we should act quickly before it's too late. Well, just let me know.
Okay, thanks, bye. It was startling.
Wouldn't you like to know? Is our session up now?
Oops.
No idea.
I blew it.
I don't.
Okay. Damn.
A hope for a cure, of course.
That was it. Are you really washing your hair? What is this?
Some girls say that they're washing their hair when they don't want to go out, but I was genuinely washing my hair. Do you think my hair is pretty, Doctor?
I mean, I've seen prettier. There was this one time where I was at the bottom of the abyss of the ocean, and I saw this strange creature that approached me. Why do you feel the need to ask? Yes? No?
I'm insecure, Doctor. Isn't it obvious?
Yeah, Arcana. I'll check about the church.
Sorry, say that.
Nope. Sure, it's pretty.
It's such a mess. But thank you.
Okay.
I've danced around in my living room, but no clubs since last time. I like dancing around in my underwear. Sometimes less.
Oh, I get it. You're like Tom Cruise in Risky Business. And you get a broom and use it like a guitar and dance to old-time rock and roll.
People are quick to put labels on everything. I suppose Dr. Dekker was more than just a therapist to me. We had a lot of things in common, but we weren't seeing each other.
Dr. Dekker acting strangely.
For a lot of our sessions, he would be pretty impartial. A passive listener. But towards the end, he liked interfering.
Huh.
Like, he wanted to push me over the edge. No idea. Is that a dance move?
Yes. Do the madness. Do 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 do. Yeah, I thought she said she didn't drink, but we covered that. Maybe Jaya should check Ellen's alibi at the taxi company. Yeah, but how am I going to talk to Jaya? How are you, gentlemen?
I haven't had a great day, to be honest. Someone accused me of stealing from my patients, which I would never do. Plus, Hilda's getting worse. Hilda's the one I mentioned in our last session. She's dying. I can tell. I need to see her before it's too late. Help her finish her unfinished business. People who are dying always have things they wish they could do before they go. We leave a lot of loose ends in our lives. We're very messy that way. Hilda wants to see her daughter. She's in Australia, so I'm going to have to use my talent.
I will kill her daughter, wear her skin, and trick Hilda.
I can change my
Wait,
skin.
what? Are you really?
What I look like. I can turn into a patient's loved one. I just hold their hand and ask them to imagine that the person they want to see is sitting right here next to them, and I become them. It's how I help them move on. That's how I comfort them.
Are you a skin thief from Ravenloft? I don't know about this.
This? Well, It started with this. It's a locket. Alice, one of my patients, gave it to me.
So it's another, like, trinket from the deep.
I feel like you're asking me questions.
Damn it.
I have a few other things. A watch, a ring.
Hello, Magnum.
One patient gave me a little china bird. They're not valuable, just trinkets, really. Strictly speaking, all of the patient's belongings should be passed on to family members after they die. But Alice's son never visited. He didn't care about his mum. Why would he care about some worthless piece of jewellery? It just doesn't feel right to me. What do you think, Doctor? Am I wrong to keep the locket?
Yes.
Really? I don't see the harm. Alice wanted me to have it. You and Terry and all the other nurses just don't understand.
None of you understand. Actually, oh. Accused of stealing, so start the locket. What else has patients given her? Well. Claire. How are you, gentlemen?
It's the anniversary of my parents' death today.
Ugh.
I went to the lake house. I always go to the lake house anyway. But it's also where they died. They died of carbon monoxide poisoning. I was staying at a friend's house. Otherwise I would have died too.
Jeez.
I stood for a while, looking across the water. It's peaceful there. It's the place that makes me feel the most. There was a girl there, by the lake, only about 9 or 10. She was fishing, if you can call it that, with one of those nets on a stick. I don't know why I talked to her. She looked sad. I don't usually talk to children, but she seemed different, special. I'm allowed to talk to her, aren't I, Doctor?
Of course, she's one of the chosen ones for the Abyss.
Good. It felt nice. I felt like I was being nice. I felt human. So I can find her and talk to her again, Doctor?
Yeah, just don't stab her.
Then I will. I'll look for her next time I'm there.
Winterburn, that's a good question. If Ellen can look like other people, how do we know we aren't only interviewing her? I don't know how she is about sounding like other people, but who knows?
Dr. Dekker made me an offer that I couldn't refuse. I'll be taking it to the grave with me, though.
What?
As did he.
Jeez. What the hell is this?
Dr. Dekker was more animated that day. Excited, even. He talked a lot.
We have 8 people? Oh, we can go back to Jaya. Okay. Well, I'll come back. Who are you?
I'm Jasmine. I don't come in that often. What happened to Dr. Dekker?
Oh, he has to take a leave of absence. Permanently.
When you see a painting, it stands still. When I see one, it's moving. Like a mini film. Like little vines. But when there's a person in the painting...
Ugh.
They watch me. Normally disapprovingly.
That's creepy. That's really creepy.
Because they don't think I know how to appreciate art. Because I'm too young. Yes, of course. Otherwise I wouldn't be working in an art gallery.
Oh.
I love art. I love paintings. Like I said, they move for me. when I want them to normally. When I want to really get inside what's going on. But some paintings, I can't stop.
That's so creepy.
I've been working on portraits, at home, outside work. But my paintings aren't so good. Nowhere near Providence standard. I painted a man, Dorian. You know, after Dorian Gray. We had a display in the gallery based on Love Conquers All, so I had to work. Mainly it was a collection of giant hearts sat on things, but I ran into another patient, Bryce. I'd never really spoken with him before, but he's quite an art critic. I couldn't get rid of him until I finished work at 11. There's actually another guy who takes over on the night shift. I'm not sure if he kept talking to Bryce though. Providence is open 24 hours. I wanted to try and capture someone aging, so I divided the face into thirds and painted a boy, his father,
Oh, that's clever.
and his grandfather in each third. It was hideous. And it started talking to me.
Ugh. That's a hard pass.
That I'm ugly. That I have no talent. Nothing will become of me. Is that true, Doctor?
What do you care what I think? I'm not a painting.
I hear it so many times in that wretched painting. It's in my head. But thank you. Oh. When? How? Sorry, you probably don't know, do you? Ouch. I didn't really know him that well. I'm trying to remember what I was doing on Valentine's Day now. There's not much to tell. I knew he was a patient here. I'd seen him in the waiting room a couple of times. He likes art and talking and talking.
That's fantastic.
And looking down here instead of up here.
Freaking Bryce. I hope I spelled that right.
Who told you to ask that?
I don't know. Lacey, I don't know you either.
I'm Lacey Hendricks. So you don't know about me then? Where to start? My next door neighbour in Jobson Hill, where I live, she was murdered. 80, and they diversion burgled her. But she was wise to it and started calling the police. They slit her throat with a bread knife.
Jesus.
So I started a neighbourhood watch.
You know, props for actually saying burgled. That never happens.
I was at Henley Church.
Again with the
They
church.
had a service that ran right up till midnight. For us less fortunates without a love in their life. Well, now. Do you have someone, Doctor? Do you have a love in your life?
Oh, CR, thank you for the Rorschach spelling. Let me look that up one more time. Rorschach. Yeah, no, I got it right. Alright.
Garden Club. You should come with me one night. It's a lovely way to meet new people. It was me and Agnes. Everyone else thought we were overreacting. If they want their throats cut, that's up to them, living in their bubbles. But Agnes... Poor Agnes. She went missing, and still is. And that's what people think. But it's not the truth.
Oh.
It killed them. It looks normal enough. A
smartly dressed, door-to-door saleswoman.
It?
I know because I heard my other neighbours shout at her. No Jehovah's! They think anyone knocking is a Jehovah. But she said she was selling double glazing. I don't know, I didn't answer the door. Best not to nowadays. But I watched her go to Agnes's. Poor Agnes. She let her right into her house.
Who mentions double glazing in that initial montage? That wasn't Ellen, was it?
I'm not sure about that.
I don't know.
No, I can't really answer.
Okay. How are you, gentlemen?
Thanks for helping me with this grief thing. I'm not sure I have it, though.
That's right, she did say I was supposed to be your grief counselor.
I don't really know where to start. I feel a bit numb. Maybe we should just talk about him. It hadn't even been a year. He was a quiet, solitary man. A good listener, as I suppose you'd need to be. His confidence did grow as time wore on, but that's what you'd expect after you've fitted in. I mainly miss our chats. He used to work late with me and tell me things about the patients, things that I probably shouldn't have heard, but did.
That's messed up.
What do you think of the patients? Nah, perhaps you shouldn't say.
Yeah.
You can ask me. Go on, I'll tell you what I think.
Oh boy. You tell me about each person. That's fascinating. Bryce.
I have no...
Is it because of the space in there? I wasn't sure about that.
No.
Okay. Art. Okay, nothing.
Mariana is a special girl. You know, there's something about her that just makes you want to follow her. Maybe that's what a trendsetter looks like.
I love that.
I think Bryce has a lot of misdirected anger. I don't think I like him that much. You know, sometimes when things overrun, he's outside waiting for you, and he stares at me as if he's undressing me with his eyes. You know, he's not the first person that's done that, but still, you know, it feels worse coming from him.
Ugh, creepy.
Claire seems to be shaken by something. You know, I offer her drinks every time she comes in, but she always refuses them. It's as if she just wants to come in, get her session over with, and then run off to do something else. It's a bit rude, isn't it?
And Claire was who? Right. But if she's a patient? Like, that's what I would do. Show up for my appointment and peace out.
Ellen seems like a lovely person. I'm not really sure why she's here. Oh, I just want to cuddle Nathan all up. He's such a mess. He's always in the same clothes. You know, he barely talks to me, though. It's the same hello every time. He reminds me of Tom.
Who is Tom?
Tom was a quiet mess, like Nathan. Youngish, in his early 20s. He taught piano, but he did have a strange hobby.
Do tell.
Tom liked to base jump. That's basically falling from a huge building or mountain and pulling your parachute before you hit the ground. He started to think he could fly. Dr. Dekker tried to talk him out of it, but Tom had to prove his point. So one day, Tom decided to base jump without a parachute. Can you guess what happened?
No, what happened?
He did die. He was hit by a rock from further up the mountain. He never got to fly. Nathan thinks he knows what his problem is too, but if he's not careful, he'll get hit by that rock. I wish I'd said goodbye. I liked Tom. I never got to say goodbye. I did with Dr. Dekker though, so I suppose that's some closure. On Valentine's Day, Dr. Dekker had a session with Claire Castleford at 11 and that nurse, Elin, at 3. Everyone else cancelled.
Okay.
You should see this place Christmas Eve. I was at home though, so I don't actually know who came in. Dr. Dekker did phone and ask me for Nathan's number, which is a bit strange.
Huh.
Dr. Dekker tried to fire me.
What?
Not long before his murder, so we got to say what we wanted to say then. And I've got the termination letter somewhere. It's not going to stick, obviously. Professor Alderby and the Trust will overrule it, but it's nice to know what he felt about me.
And now he's the one who was terminated. Dear Jaya, I regret to inform you that your services are no longer required. Please clear out your desk and leave by the end of this week. That's very straightforward. Okay. Got it. Full Arcana, does she know about the patient Dekker's involved with? Oh yeah, I don't know. This is probably a weak way of asking it, but romance? Dekker? I'll just do romance, see what happens, but probably nothing.
I think you might be barking up the wrong tree there.
Nothing. Oh yeah, Professor Alderby.
Professor Alderby is a trustee. Did I not mention that?
Oh yeah, duh, Mariana. I'm not even thinking.
Mariana is a...
Okay. Did Dekker call Nathan the day he was murdered? Yeah, let's ask Nathan.
I've gone. Dr. Dekker felt that. Thanks, Doctor. I appreciate that. I still don't think I'm ready to move forward in that respect. That's not really... Can't help you. Should I know something?
This is not helping.
There was a missed call. It was Valentine's Day, so I wasn't in the mood for conversation.
Okay. Archaeologist.
She was interested. Maybe I misread. Maybe she was just being kind. I suppose most women wouldn't enjoy me talking about my dead ex for hours.
Touché.
I'm not seeing anyone at the moment. Are you offering, Doctor?
I don't know. Last doctor you dated got freaking stabbed. You know what, chat? Yes, I'm offering. No, I'm not offering. Do you have a take on that one, actually? Yes or no? I don't even know if this is going to go anywhere, but this is a bizarre one. I'm long overdue on asking the chat for their opinion. But should I, yeah, DeadX is a terrible delivery service. Okay, one vote for yes, we are offering. I don't know about this. I don't know about either option. Offering seems deadly. I don't know. I'm very curious as to how this game could possibly end. I don't know where this goes. Yes, the worst is a trip to the beach. Permanently. And what the hell?
Well, you have my number, Doctor, and my address.
Mind games.
I'm sure you can put 2 and 2 together, if you want to.
What breach? No, not beach. Breach.
You know, like a breach of ethics or something. Girl doesn't ask for details.
Okay, thanks.
I only shift at work to help my patients. I don't have any interest in using it as a party trick or to deceive anyone.
I would never kill an 80-year-old woman.
I can sense it, you know? It's like when you're outside and there's a sudden change in the light or the air feels different and you know it's going to rain. It's like that. I always know when one of my patients is fading, even before the doctors know. Their energy changes. It sounds silly when I put it into words. I sound like my mum. Of course, it was Terry that accused me of stealing.
Oh.
One of the other nurses, she's actually trying to make out that I'm some kind of HSK. Healthcare serial killer.
Jeez.
You know, like those nurses that kill loads of their patients. I'm surprised you haven't heard of it. Anyway, because a few of my patients have died on me, and some of those patients have given me gifts, Terry thinks it means that I've been killing them off. Of course, it was Terry that...
Okay.
David had been hunting again, and, well, she's seen some of the skins he hung around the lake house.
Human skins.
Animal skins.
Oh.
David hunts, then skins. It's horrible, really. He's not really good at either job, so...
Oh, jeez.
The skins still have great lumps of bloody carcass hanging off them.
Gross.
I'm sure he'll get better with practice.
God damn.
David wasn't there. Or at least I didn't see him. I didn't go inside. I forgot my key, and the spare was missing. I don't have an answer for you.
Ow.
I don't know. I suppose she just reminded me of me. I spent a lot of time alone as a child. She said she was trying to catch some strange creatures
Oh,
that
no.
were swimming in the water.
Ugh.
I don't know. Minnows, probably. Everything's strange when you're a child.
Even stranger when they're otherworldly.
It was 12 years ago. I was still very young. Too young to be an orphan, anyway. I had to toughen up quickly. Love? Yes. I suppose I always will.
Even after I kill him.
Valentine's Day night, I was at the lake house, watching David, like I always do. He has trouble with his mental faculties and is getting
That's
worse.
right, they did mention that.
Yes. I'll watch him and make sure nothing bad happens.
I spent most of Valentine's Day at the art gallery. Well, the evening part.
Well, that confirms it.
They had a display with the theme Love Conquers All. I didn't get most of the paintings, but they were well done.
Okay, okay. Can you see something behind me? What?
Possibly a relative of yours. Possibly a patient that died here. I'm not sure. She doesn't normally say anything.
That's freaky. She's my stand, by the way.
I dug the grave for Dr. Dekker. I helped carry his coffin to the burial site. Do you know what? It didn't weigh enough to have a body in it. Why do you think that is? No, the coffin wasn't empty. There was something in it. A decoy, I'd imagine. I'm guessing he was buried somewhere else, or cremated. Somebody somewhere didn't want his body going in the ground.
He'll be here tomorrow.
Do you want to be cremated or buried, Doctor? That's a good choice, Doctor. Less work for me.
Oh, that's all he had to say about that? Alright. How are you, gentlemen?
There's something I want to tell you about. Something else that's wrong with me. I think I've been getting a bit out of control in my hour.
Oh, jeez.
When I first got the hour, I was shocked, obviously. It took me a while to work out.
Yeah, Dragon, his Bryce is very twitchy.
Only I could move, because I live on my own. What would you do, Doctor, if you had an hour where everyone was frozen? Go to a fairground?
Help people steal things, spy. Oof. What does help even mean when they're all frozen? I'd steal things? I'd spy? I don't freaking know. Let's just do the fairground, even though I would not want to go to a fairground.
That was just an example, Doctor. I'm sure you can come up with more exciting things to do than that. I did think, what good could I do, other than catch up with work? I did see a woman who was having her purse snatched, so I gave her purse back, and the crook, I placed him on a bus a few blocks away. I have no idea where it was going.
That's freaky.
She'd never really be able to thank me, so I took another picture.
That is so bizarre. I don't know. Oh, just keep going? Spy.
Well, that makes me feel a little better. There's a young mother, divorced, who lives opposite me. Jessica. She's friendly and says hello to me, smiles. I've always wondered what she looks like naked.
I don't think that's where I was going
One
with
hour,
this.
I broke into her house. She was standing in her bedroom. I took it as a sign. I took off her clothes and...
Well, that's a crime.
I took photos of Jessica when she was naked. When I'd stripped her. When she was naked and frozen. I didn't want to have to do it again, to strip her again. So I took pictures to remind myself what she looked like.
God damn, that's creepy.
That's wrong.
Are those, like, on the camera? Did this really happen? Yes, it's wrong.
I know. It's that bloody Dr. Dekker. He made me this way. It's all his fault.
Full Arcana. So he's Morishige. That wasn't quite Morishige's kink.
Like I said, I originally presented with depression, and everything was going well for a while. Then Dr. Dekker changed. He was easily distracted during sessions, like he wasn't listening. I'm pretty sure he wasn't listening half the time. I don't think he wanted to know about his patients anymore. But when he did give you advice...
Oh, yeah, Kieran, did Mariana lose her memory around midnight? I'll check real quick.
Sorry, no.
Nope. Nope. Unfortunately. Can't ask about that.
He told me to use my imagination, to make something up, to think something crazy, and it would become real.
Oh no.
He told me to think of a way to get more time. So I did. But he pushed me. He made me think it.
I'd steal things.
Yes, I would steal too. And I have stolen. I ran out of milk, so I thought I'd go to the local all-night shop and get some more. I was absolutely intending to pay, but when I got there, everyone was frozen. I thought about leaving money on the counter, but that seemed weird. The cashier would wake and suddenly this money would have appeared from nowhere. But I've stolen bigger things.
Oh?
That wretched dig goes on 24/7. 25/7, if you ask me.
This guy.
Your patient, Nathan, caused quite a stir.
Oh?
He interrupted one of the female students all night, apparently. Made her miscategorize some findings, going on about his dead girlfriend.
Oh, so he's talking about...
It's amazing what you hear at the coffee machine. Well, I suppose that's a bonus. We're allowed to use their coffee machine while they're there.
The way he said that, talking about his dead girlfriend.
Yes, I suppose I've destroyed a few things whilst in the hour. You can be the perfect supervillain. Nobody knows it was you.
Well, unless Kakyoin fires Emerald Splash at a clock, then people get hints.
Because you have to hope, don't you, Doctor? It's only the power of hindsight that made me realize how toxic it all was.
Hello there, Abby Normal.
And after a point, you go too far to be able to come back anyway.
Yeah, I'm probably going to wrap up soon if I could just find out how to get the day to end. Let me see something with Bryce. What? Was it the clock? Like the watch?
I could only see the silhouette. It turned from a person into a, well, it looked like, I guess you'd call it a Medusa. Snakes for a face.
What is this?
And Agnes just fell to the floor.
Moving like that?
Minutes later, the woman left, smiling like the cat that got the cream. That was the end of Agnes.
That's insane.
I saw it with my own eyes. What more proof do I need? You're starting to sound like Dr. Dekker. He didn't believe me either.
Huh.
I didn't have much luck with him, like I said. He didn't believe me. He thought I was having a hallucination caused by the stress of my neighbour being so brutally murdered. Where is Agnes, though? I haven't found her, have they? Have they?
She's got a stare, like a 1,000-yard stare. Yes, they found her. No, they didn't find her. I don't freaking know. I can't even access a hint. Oh, except I can. Just answer yes or no. Oof. Chat, yes or no? They found Agnes. Where should I go with this one? Because, like, if I say yes, that might make her feel better, but I don't know how I would keep justifying it. If I say no, it might make it worse. I have 1 vote for yes, 1 vote for no. Well then. 2 votes for no. We might be going in that direction. Three votes for no. Alright, I think we get the idea.
They haven't found her because that thing ate her. Or made her disappear or something. Her useless husband managed to survive unscathed, though.
Huh.
Don't know much about him. Other than the fact that he looks at me like I'm 6 foot under every time we meet. He doesn't seem too bothered she's gone missing either.
Ugh.
He did at first, when the police were crawling around. But now they've gone, that stopped. If I hadn't seen that thing eat her, I'd...
Huh.
No. He's a Weasley little man. He spends far too much time in his garden. It's probably like the National
Hello there,
Trust
Miles.
back there. The constant digging and building, pruning and sawing. What a thing to say! Why would you say that? I kept watching the front door after that saleswoman had left and nothing. She didn't leave, and you can't get out the back since the council sold the garage block. Ron's a gardener, not a killer. Unless...
Huh.
Agnes said Ron was laying the foundations for a new greenhouse. You don't think... I need to call the police. I need to call them now.
Really? We're just doing it?
But they won't listen to me. I tried to tell them about the monster, but they didn't believe me. They won't believe me about this, I promise you. Please, could you call them, Doctor?
Oh. Oh. Yeah.
Thank you, Doctor. Now give me a pen and I'll write down the details for you.
No way.
Don't you want to know why Dr. Dekker called me the leech lady?
What? Yes, I would.
He said that I leech thoughts from people. Suck 'em right out of their heads. And I can put thoughts in there too.
That's freaky.
I'm not that clever though, am I, Doctor? I mean, it's not as if I was having an affair with Ron and Agnes was in the way and needed to disappear. So I made this story up.
What the hell?
I mean, what do you think I do for a living anyway?
You sell double glazing? Oh, what an asshole thing to say, but I'll try it.
Doctor, you're so good.
What?
We're going to get on just fine.
Ugh. So is that what it is then? I thought that, like, the red to the yellow to the green was, like, time limit, but it looks like it might be mood. So I'm lukewarm with most people, but apparently, not with Nathan for some reason, but apparently I've got quite the opinion of the leech lady. There are no questions. It's not even you should ask someone else, it's just you got nothing.
We'd work late together on all sorts of things. He was preoccupied with finding patterns in patients, trying to find some kind of order. Mainly he was searching for a common experience the patients
Got it,
might have had.
Cthulhu.
That's what led them to his office. He'd study everything, even the referral letters. Yes, letters, parking tickets, holiday destinations. You know, I find those referral letters... He was sure there was a pattern in them. So, should I get a solicitor, or shall we try and talk it out with him?
Oh, yeah. To hell with that, get a solicitor.
I think we should get a solicitor. I know the perfect firm. I'll do it all, don't worry about it. That's why we've got insurance for these kinds of things anyway. But the cheek of it.
No way.
So you watched the tapes. Ah, gold star for you.
That was like the perfect opportunity for a trophy.
It smashed.
Okay.
Most of the patients are suspects according to the police. Almost all the patients are referred, and some of them are privates, but Dr. Dekker didn't introduce any of them. She was cuddling him like he was 6. He's 25.
He was shy, and then less so. When I told him about my problem, he told me to set fire to it.
Really? Again with that.
Yeah, he could have been more specific. I tried to set fire to Providence. At that time,
Jeez.
I thought the only way to fix my problem was to set fire to the entire art gallery. Several paintings didn't make it. Luckily, my boss didn't press charges.
That's incredible.
The police did arrest me, though. My boss, Petra, she's just lovely like that. Providence has gone through some tough times, and I've only been there a year. She invested her life savings, and it's still not making any money. Such a sweet lady. You'd do anything for her. No. Why are you saying that? I don't even know if Petra has insurance. I already ripped up the painting.
Oh.
It screamed as I cut it.
That's terrifying.
Now, whenever I close my eyes, I can see it, hear it. I need the tablets, Doctor. I need them.
Jesus.
The temazepam? The sleeping tablets. The ones you gave me last time.
I gave you?
Dr. Dekker gave them to me.
Okay.
They helped. I know it's in my head. I know paintings can't talk. What's wrong with me, Doctor? Why do I do this? Thank you, Doctor. I'll think about that. And the prescription, please? Dr. Dekker told me to burn it. It was nothing to do with Petra.
Oh, we're green. Unless that just means we're done. Oh, would you murder someone in your extra hour? Jeez.
I don't have anything. Not something I...
I don't know.
Ellen seems like... Very interesting that you asked me that. It's not something I can answer. One step ahead of you, boss. Ellen was picked up from the pier just after 11 p.m. There is no way she could have got from there to here in an hour.
Okay.
Everyone has to believe in something, don't they, Doctor?
That didn't help very much. Alright, chat, uncomfortable question. Should Nathan burn the photos? He does say he has them on the Dropbox or the cloud or whatever. Or should he burn the rocking chair, which he's never used since Hannah died? What should be burned? Probably shortly after this I'm going to end the stream. I can't go on all night. So, photos or rocking chair? We have 1 vote for photos. Excuse me, 2 votes for photos. 3 votes for photos. Alright.
Photographs it is then. I'll let you know how it goes. She's dead. Thanks for bringing that up.
Oh, no.
I like winter. Being snowed in with Hannah. Just the 2 of us. It's paradise.
Dr. Dekker seemed fine on Valentine's Day. He seemed to be in a good mood. It didn't seem like anything was bothering him.
Okay.
His name is Max. He's really sweet, but I don't see a future between us. He's not really my type. I've known Max a couple of years, but this is the first time we've been on a date. I don't think he's boyfriend material.
Max isn't the right word. David has always been there, in the shadows, on the periphery. I move in very exclusive circles.
Oh.
You tend to see the same faces.
Okay.
I don't move in any circles.
Oh, I can advance the day now.
Those people were my parents' friends, not mine.
Yeah, I guess I'll do one more hint question. Did thinking he had an extra hour make it real?
Sorry,
Alright. Let's advance the day, and then I'll wrap up.
David Hunt,
I can change my skin.
then skins.
Dr. Dekker dated his patients.
I had a hot date
We went out for drinks.
I took photos of Jessica.
Dr. Dekker did
on
phone
Valentine's Day.
and ask me for Nathan's number.
There was a girl there.
Am I wrong to keep the locket?
I'm allowed to talk to her, aren't
He
I?
was preoccupied with finding
Photographs,
patterns.
rocking chair.
I haven't been back to the beach since,
I had a bit of a shaky loop incident.
where I find something
I set fire
beautiful in the sea.
to Hannah's clothes in the garden.
I dug the grave.
I wish I'd said goodbye.
Dr. Dekker cursed me.
It didn't weigh enough to have a body in it.
Those are some creepy cuts, man, especially with the similar subjects.
Doctor, you surprised me. Reminds me of Officer Yates. Did I ever mention I had a special friend in the police force?
No.
Nah, that's not something you drop politely into a conversation. He's been doing some digging and he's found a couple things. There's a crime scene report that goes into all the gory details and another report that's about a patient you're seeing today, Claire. I'll put them both on the desk for you. And thanks for the grief counselling, by the way. It's really been helping, you know, I'm so glad you're here.
Yay, I win the dating sim. Spiked. She hugged me so hard the act changed. Professor Warwick. So Nathan, Mariana, Ellen, Claire, Bryce. Jaya's here, Lacey and Jasmine are not. And now there's Professor Warwick. Oh, you. Okay. This game is really changing things up. Yeah, winter when the clothes change between days. Although... Oh, Mariana's did change. Well, what do you know? Nathan, I'm assuming, is the same. Of course it is. Ellen? Okay. Claire? Yes. Bryce? Yeah. What do you know? And Jaya, I think? Yes. And Warwick is from the beginning of the game. Let me just see that evidence. Crime scene report. First name blank, last name Dekker? That's bizarre. There's just no first name. I know he signed the Form D, but I don't know. The victim was located in his office, seated on a chair behind the desk, soaked in blood with an obvious chest wound. Paper spike, possible murder weapon, 150 millimeters long, protruding from the approximate region of the victim's heart. It's not coroner's findings, it's coroner's. Time of death, between 8:30 and 10:30 p.m., reportedly discovered at 10:20. Exsanguination due to punctuation of the left anterior, would you call it that? Anyway, I don't think I can scroll or anything. Okay. And Claire's arrest report. The best of my knowledge, this is true. I may be prosecuted if I've stated anything else. At 2040 hours, the Tuesday, 8th November, myself responded to a call received from a neighbor of the Bauer House, Whiston Park Ave, concerning a reported disturbance. We arrived at the address and knocked on the front door. There was no reply. We examined the rear of the property, gained entry through insecure patio doors. We entered through this door and announced myself by shouting police, but didn't hear a response. We searched the premises. Upon entering, I saw a female seated next to a man lying on the ground. Didn't appear to be conscious. Both people were in blood, and there was a lot of blood on the carpet, walls, and furniture. Jeez. I noticed what appeared to be a steak knife on the floor, which was also covered in blood. I asked her to put her hands on her head, which she did. She was secured. I checked the man for signs of life, but found none. I asked the woman her name. She said Claire Castleford. I asked if she knew the dead man. She said husband, David Castleford. I asked what happened. She said she killed him. Straight up. Following a search, no persons at the house. You are under arrest on suspicion of murder. I cautioned her, placed her back in the police car for transportation. I relayed the circumstances. Damn. Okay. No messing around. And you said, Ellen's, necklace is gone, or the locket? I'll do that real quick, actually.
You told me to. Well, not in so many words, but you said I shouldn't have kept them. What with Terry going around telling everyone I stole them, I didn't feel like I really had any choice. The lockets, the watch, the ring. But I kept the little bird Sarah Dekker gave me. I wasn't supposed to mention that.
Okay. That's interesting, though. That raises some questions. Alright. Well, we have places to go. But I think I'm going to call it here. So thank you very much for joining the stream, and have a wonderful night.